Yeah, from the concert list, yes. You are right, dude.
Can't quite get that one. Yeah.
That's all, and then you guys are going to be in here?
Yep.
Okay.
And then as soon as we're done moving back, and I'll connect these back up.
Yeah, and this one too.
Yep. I'll make sure to do that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I'll let them know.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome to Central Lakes College. My name is Paul Primesberger, Dean of Enrollment Management and Student Success, and on behalf of everyone here at CLC, it's great to see friends and family and parents here of the graduates, and it'll be wonderful when the graduates come on out. Before we officially begin our ceremony, I just have a little bit of housekeeping information that I want to share with everybody. In the event of emergency in which we would have to evacuate this room, we would ask that you panic and sprint to the doors. No, of course, it's the opposite of that, right? We would ask that you calmly walk to the doors, to the nearest exit, or that exit. CLC employees will direct you from that point, and we'll also be communicating with you via the PA system. Restrooms for your convenience are located at the north, just outside the north door there. And we do ask that you please keep aisles and exits clear so guests and graduates can move out through the event. There are monitors in the hallways in case you would want to view the ceremony from out there. And we also have overflow seating in the Chalberg Theater just outside the door there in that direction in case you would like to view the ceremony from there. For better viewing of the processional, we ask that when the graduates do enter in just a minute here, that you remain seated so that everyone can get a good view of the graduates as they come in. Okay, welcome everyone, and we will now begin our ceremony. Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome to Central Lakes College. My name is Hera Charlier and I'm honored to serve as president here. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2024 Central Lakes College Brainerd Campus Career and Technical Education Commencement Ceremony, where we will celebrate some truly extraordinary students. Please join me in standing or remaining standing for our national anthem. Thank you, CLC Jazz and Brainerd Collective, directed by Jonathan LaFlamme, and the CLC Choir, directed by Preston Weber. Thank you for being seated. Central Lakes College is committed to building an environment of respect, understanding, appreciation, and inclusion in all that we do. Recognizing that we stand and work here today on Indigenous lands of the Anishinaabe and Dakota Nations, let this acknowledgement inspire thought, reflection, and restorative action toward positive change. And of course, tonight we also honor CLC students and employees who serve or have served the United States Armed Forces. Tonight, our military graduates are recognizable by their red, white, and blue Patriot cords. Please join me in a round of applause to thank all the men and women who have served our country. Graduation is a time of celebration, and you can all smile like it's a good occasion. Smile, that's better, that's good. For our graduates, it's a celebration of accomplishment and new beginnings. For our employees, it's a celebration of student success. And for the many family and friends here, it's a time to celebrate and recognize the achievement of a son, a daughter, a relative, or a special friend. Tonight, let's begin by welcoming the people who have come together to honor our graduates. Joining me in the ceremony today are Emily Roberts, Brainerd Campus Student Senate President, Nick Heiser, 2024 Board of Trustees Outstanding Educator, Cheryl Norman, Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs, Kenneth Lawson was our flag bearer, and tonight we have Joseph Lambrecht and Jody Converse interpreting for us today. Thank you for all your participation in our ceremonies. Can we give them one more round of applause, please? I'm incredibly fortunate to work with nearly 300 colleagues here at CLC who work daily to help students achieve their goals. And I want to thank all of them for all they do to keep our culture of caring real and alive here at Central Lakes College. And finally, to the class of 2024, I hope you know how incredibly proud of you we are. During your time here at CLC, you've made a tremendous impact on us. You've shared your gifts and your challenges and your struggles, and you've done that honestly and authentically. You've helped us learn how to better support you and your fellow students in your educational journeys. Simply because of you, we have changed the student experience. We've added programs and we've put new resources in place. We are better because you are here, and we are very grateful for that. So as you go forward, we ask that you please believe in yourself the way we do. Remember, you have every one of us at CLC rooting for you, and we can't wait to see what you will accomplish. So at this time, I'm pleased to introduce our Brainerd campus Student Senate Speaker, Emily Roberts. Emily will be receiving their Associate of Arts degree tonight. They've been extremely active in student organizations on campus and a proud member of multiple clubs. During this 2023-2024 year, Emily was the Brainerd Campus Student Senate President, promoting student advocacy and engagement in all she did. Emily is attending St. Cloud State University in the fall as a communications major. They attribute their greatest skills to those they learned here at CLC, and they know the friendships they made here with students and employees will last a lifetime. Please help me welcoming Emily to the podium.
Good evening. My name is Emily Roberts, and I served as the president of the Brainerd Campus Student Senate. One of the duties of my position that I've been the most nervous for this entire year is writing the speech and presenting it to a gym full of people. If you had told me just 2 years ago that I would have this opportunity, I wouldn't have believed you, because I thought something like this could only happen to people who are at the top academically. My story here at Central Lakes College has been one of the longest chapters of my life thus far, and undoubtedly the most rewarding. I started classes here in the fall of 2019 as a baby-faced 18-year-old who didn't know anything about college or being an involved student. One of the only things that stuck with me from that time period was right before the pandemic, when a friend finally dragged me into a student senate meeting for the first time. I realized here was a legitimate way to connect to school events and be involved with my peers. Looking back, I didn't even see half the potential that was within the Senate. In the middle of my second semester, the COVID pandemic hit. To say I fell through the cracks was an understatement. Like many other students at the time, I didn't care about homework or anything that pertained to my future. All I wanted to do was drink and party, which showed in my performance. This academic apathy continued into the 2020-21 school year, where I was taking on full class loads for the financial aid just so I could pay my rent. This did not pair well with my non-committal attitude towards school and my ever-declining mental health. So I ended up dropping all of my classes in both of those semesters, which put me on academic suspension. I believe everyone has a moment in college that they definitively regret, and this was unfortunately mine. It was during this phase of my life that I took a step back and reevaluated what I was doing with my college experience and my future. I was living in Parkway Apartments at the time, so I had to move out because I wasn't a student anymore. As a result, I ended up moving an hour and a half away from the Brainerd area with my dad for over a year. Anyone who has moved in with a parent after they've moved out knows what I mean when I say it is not ideal. I love my dad, but I wanted a place for myself and to do more than to work at a minimum wage job at a grocery store. I knew I wanted to return to CLC and finish what I had started, even if it came with consequences. Coming back as now a non-traditional student, I knew I wanted to do things differently. When I walked into the school for the first time last year, I immediately saw a marker board for the year's first Student Senate meeting. I knew this was something I was familiar with, and from the first meeting, I was hooked. It was something to look forward to, and I kept coming back. I thrived in an environment where my voice could be heard and real issues on campus were brought forward. I also gained many new friends from Senate, and for that, I will be forever thankful. I was elected as a secretary for the spring semester, and by the end of the year, I was elected president. While all of these great things were happening, I was working at a factory job where I had a workplace accident that resulted in a severe concussion soon before finals. Due to this, I had to take incompletes in all of my classes for the semester since I couldn't even look at the TV screens across campus without getting a migraine, let alone finish my assignments. For those who don't know, an incomplete is a sort of contract that you, as a student, sign with your instructor to have more time to finish the coursework. Initially, I was set to finish these courses by the end of last summer, but unfortunately I was facing eviction all summer, so it got pushed back to the end of the fall semester. This meant I was wildly unprepared for this school year, and I'd almost considered dropping out. I'm incredibly blessed to be in the position I was in this year, as it added some much-needed structure to my life. It also forced me to look inwards into my habits and the way I went about my entire college experience. I recall a conversation I had with my academic advisor this year, where she stated she was worried about me every single time I walked into her office, with the constant flow of new things on my plate. I really don't blame her. It gets exhausting sometimes. If I could say one thing that resonates with the people in this room, it is that perseverance is key. No two people's journeys look the same, but the one thing that keeps us on track is perseverance. I've been knocked down on this journey more times than I can count or even keep track of, but all you need to do to persevere is to just get back up again. When life smacks you in the face, it's okay to sit down for a bit. We're human, and we all need rest. There have been countless instances during my time at CLC where I only got back up with my friends' help. There's a TED Talk titled "Breakups Don't Have to Leave You Broken" by Gary Ludnowski that has one of the mantras that I live by. It says, "Make no mistake, relationships are the single most important thing to you in your life. It's the source of all your best memories. It's the source of all your worst memories. When you think back on your life when you're 95 or 100 years old, and you look back over the course of your lifetime, you're not going to think, I wish I owned a better phone. I wish I spent more time on the internet. I wish I spent more time at work or sleeping." It's not going to be any of those kinds of things. It's going to be, I wish I spent more time with the people I loved, end quote. Without the relationships that I've built over the past 2 years, I would not be able to say I have persevered against my challenges or that I am transferring to a 4-year university. I can finally say I'm a proud graduate of Central Lakes College. Congratulations to each and every one of you on your perseverance. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily, for those incredibly thoughtful words. At this time, I invite Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs, Cheryl Norman, to the podium.
Good afternoon. The Minnesota State Board of Trustees honors our faculty through the Awards for Excellence in Teaching program, recognizing that excellent teaching is at the core of what we do. Each year, faculty, staff, students, and our communities from across the system select faculty members from their campuses to be recognized as outstanding educators. These instructors are put through a rigorous selection process. Dr. Nick Heiser has risen to the top and received the Award for Excellence in Teaching this year. Nick currently serves as the Interim Dean of Brainerd Career and Technical Programs and Grants at Central Lakes College. Before serving as Dean, Nick taught as a full-time business faculty member and worked for over a decade as a supervisor in various student services departments. Please welcome Nick Heiser to the podium.
Hello and good afternoon. To the Central Lakes College class of 2024, on behalf of our faculty, our staff, and administration, we congratulate you on this tremendous accomplishment. Take a minute to soak in the success. And when you do, think about all the challenges you overcame, the things you did, and the people who supported you along the way. Graduating from college, it's a big deal. And you made it. Give yourselves a round of applause. You deserve it. Thank you. So I also want to thank you for this tremendous opportunity. Being able to give a commencement address, well, it's kind of a bucket list opportunity for me. It's something I've always wanted to do. And as a result, I intend to seize this moment and have all of us make history at CLC, something that has never been done before at a Brainerd CTE commencement ceremony. We'll get to that later. It's going to be fun. So you are graduating college today in some extraordinary times. It goes without saying, but the truth is, we need you now more than ever. And while it might be cliche to say this, the speed of change in our world, it's constantly increasing. However, while this is true, in all my experiences in research, I've come to the conclusion that one thing hasn't changed. And that's one simple fact. We need each other. We really do. We always have. We need each other in good times, and we especially need each other in bad times when we experience failure, hard times, or struggle. I want to spend the rest of my time talking about the importance of connection and belonging, because I think for me, learning about this, it's been the single most transformative aspect of my adult life. Connection and belonging are important because we need people to celebrate our successes, like today at commencement. This place is full because of that connection and belonging. But even more important, we need people to help us up when we struggle or we fail. Like most important lessons in life, I had to learn mine the hard way. And to demonstrate this, I have 2 stories about my life that I'd like to share with you. I have a lot more, but I've been told to keep things to 5 minutes. You're welcome for that. My first story began in 2010 when I became a dad to 2 exceptional children. When I started my parenting journey, I was 100% sure that I'd find immediate success. After all, up until that point in my life, I had been successful. I was well educated, I had a nice truck, a nice house, a good job, a healthy marriage, etc., 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 etc. I was even a pretty good fisherman. However, instead of success, I found failure. After 2 very difficult years, perhaps the most difficult years of my life, I was in crisis mode. I was ashamed, alone, hopeless, and if I'm honest, afraid. I recognized I needed help, and I decided to choose connection instead of isolation. So I reached out to a counselor for help. As a result of this connection, I learned new skills about emotional regulation, gained a new awareness about mental health, found a new community, adjusted my worldview, and changed approaches. So you see, choosing connection not only restored me, but helped me grow and expand. I felt like I graduated to the next level as a human being. My second story, it begins in 2015. I was working as a supervisor, and things were going quite well for me professionally at the time. I was regularly receiving promotions and accolades for my performance at work. I felt like I was a rising star in the workplace. One day, unexpectedly, my supervisor resigned, and I was sure that the time was right for me to advance again. I was supremely overconfident. I thought I was the only logical choice, so much so that the day after, I waltzed right into the CEO's office and declared to them that, well, I guess I'd be willing to do the job. Even before they asked. Who does that? Imagine my surprise when the CEO told me that they were going in another direction and decided to go with somebody else. I was, to put it mildly, devastated. And even more so, really, really embarrassed. Even so, I still chose connection. I sought feedback from trusted friends and colleagues who cared enough about me to tell me the truth. They shared, mostly kindly, that I did have many gaps that needed to be addressed before I was the right choice for promotion. The CEO was right. I wasn't ready. But because of the support of those that I had connections with, I decided to work on addressing those shortcomings. So I went back to school, ultimately earning a doctoral degree, pursued professional development, and I worked on myself. Without these people, I would have never improved my ability to listen to others, lead a high-performing team of people, or learn the importance of authenticity and trust. Again, because of my connections with others, I was able to take a negative experience and level up again. Sometimes, I think what is true is most simple. And what is most simple is sometimes really, really true. We need each other. We really do. There's a classic song that some of you might think is a little old-fashioned and corny, but I don't. It goes like this. Maybe you know it. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm going to need somebody to lean on. Take a minute right now and think about your own life, where you came from, where you want to go. My hunch is that each and every one of you has people in your life that you've leaned on and who have helped you. Perhaps they motivated you to be better. They listened when others didn't. They cared about you. If you're willing to trust me on this, take 10 seconds and close your eyes and think about that person right now. Don't worry, I have a timer going. Thank you. I can only imagine how proud of you they are right now. Now, speaking of connections, this is our opportunity to make history. If you have phones with you, and I bet most of you do, take them out, students, and hold them up. If you don't have a phone with you, it's okay. Just point a finger in the air, your pointer finger. Are your phones out? Have them in the air. Thank you. These phones have tremendous potential, as we all know, for disconnection. But right now, we're going to use them as a tool for connection. What I want you to do is go to your text messages or emails app and compose one quick text message to someone or someones that you have a connection with, thanking them for your support. If the person's no longer with us, put it in your phone, in your notes app. But don't click send yet. Are you writing? You should be writing. Or I guess making emojis. You ready? And now, we are going to make history by sending the largest number of simultaneous connections at a CLC Career and Technical Commencement event ever. Click send. And class of 2024, congratulations on your success. And don't forget, it is the connections we have with others that are most important. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. Today, we celebrate every member of the class of 2024. They've each worked diligently to achieve this milestone of graduation. And here we celebrate our students in many, many ways. First, of course, we celebrate academic accomplishments. And graduating with honor or high honor signifies truly outstanding academic achievement. Those who have earned academic honors wear a gold or a silver cord as part of their regalia, and you'll see those as they walk across the stage. We also, as you heard from Emily, celebrate the sheer strength and resilience of our students. Many are the first in their families to graduate from college. They work full or part-time while pursuing their studies. They face many challenges, and they might even have the responsibility of being parents. or caregivers. They truly inspire us. And then finally, we celebrate our students' courageous journeys. For example, we honor our international students who have chosen to pursue their studies far from home. We're proud to have welcomed students from over 40 countries to the CLC family. And finally, we celebrate those who have aspired to earn college credentials while still in high school through Minnesota's post-secondary enrollment option. We consider them dual graduates because they graduate tonight from CLC and in just a few weeks from their high schools. Please join me in a round of applause to recognize all of these exceptional graduates and their achievements. Finally, and Nick and I did not even compare notes on this, graduates, you are surrounded by a network of family and friends who have provided critical support along the way. So I need to ask your help, but you don't need your phones. So please stand up, all the graduates, and I'd ask you to turn around. Please face the audience, and together, let's thank the very special people in your lives. Give them a round of applause. Okay, thank you. Should turn around first, and then you can be seated. There we go. All right, so as the candidates cross the stage tonight, you will see various accessories to the academic regalia, including stoles, cords, and even medallions. These signify academic accomplishment and participation in many of CLC's very active student organizations. And now for the highlight of our event, the reason that you're here with us tonight, the presentation of degrees, diplomas, and certificates. At this time, I invite Vice President Norman and Dean Heiser to come forward to present the academic awards. And as students cross the stage, I would like to encourage plenty of applause and whooping and hollering.
Candidates for degrees, diplomas, and certificates will now come forward for the presentation and conferring ceremonies. Ushers will guide graduates forward.
Associate of Arts, William Popham. Accounting Program, Catherine Haybeck. Owen Bartell. Automotive Technology Program, Chisholm Schmiedenberg. Jose Valdovinos. Louis Mitchell. Justin Anderson. Jay Benoit. Franklin Finney. Solomon Hastings. Jesse Griffith. Business Management Program, Caden Peterson. Natalie Thrun. Daniel Hom. Robert Crosswhite. Jada Bauman. Gabrielle Moats. Bailey Knobloch. Computer Technology Program, Richard Welliver. August Johnson Ding. Clayton Pyle. Madison Gaffney. Nick Miller. Philip Isaacson. Criminal Justice Program, John Unger. Natural Resources Law Enforcement Program, Megan Maurer. Carson Johnson. Casey Austin. Edward Volkel. Tyler Heinlein. Tyler Zacconi. Dental Assisting Program, Michaela Smoody. Francis Brisk. Sydney Suska. Caden Holtz. Carly Gross. Isabel Everson. Nola Blaze. Cheyenne Keene. Emma Anderson. Kayla Colzer. Nevea Fratsky. Tara Keski. Nicole Fanjoy. Samantha Steichen. Tara Skinner. Delaney Beauchamp. Kaylee Tuchek. Madeline Pettit. Allie Hark. Ismara Becerra Embriza. Poine Ni. Oh, Kitana Poine Ni. Teza Linder. Taylor Kedrowski. Early Childhood Education Program, Jesse Strungsteline. Mariah Bozer. Haley Erlinson. Kendall Haney. Brent Haney. Saxon Haney. Emergency Medical Response Technician Program, Alexis Fearing. Katriana Knutson. Samantha Beatty. Michaela Fisher. Thomas Hoffman. Kyra Olson. Tegan Sepleka. Graphic Design Program, Jacob Becker. Riley Franklin. Maria Haratonova. McKenna Kern. Elsa Peterson. Stuart Gustafson. Healthcare Administrative Specialist Program, Carissa Adams. Shyla Christensen. Horticulture Program, Ashley Dawson. Nicole Schaefer. Danielle Richter. Jaden Spindler. Madison O'Day. James Stone. Joshua Doust. Katie Davidson. Individualized Studies Program, Christina Hebert. Marine and Power Sports Program, David Roth. Riley McGinnis. Dawson Nornberg. Jotham Walsvik. Ian Potter. Brad Waitala. Cassandra Hero. Elizabeth McGuire. Lizzie Keller. Natural Resources Technology Program, Jaden Dymanik. Nursing Assistant Program, Vanessa Ostrowski. Occupational Skills Program, Colton Bermel. Caitlin Peters. Dustin Mick. Corey Johnson. Brooke Higgins. Tanner Nessman. Taylor Runge. Social Media Producer Program, Blaze Edinger. Videography Program, Barrett Rizak. Olivia Armstrong. Welding and Fabrication Program, Zachary Vogel. Josh Stark. Caitlin May Hamilton. Lily Jackson. Anna Sobiak. Christian Gunderson. Michael Fetters. Caden Mrazek. Aaron Bieberdorf. James Slater. Jake Stockinger. Michael Finch Jr. Keith Rollins. Robert Hoyer. Payson Patron. Landon Mackey. Isaac Halverson. Isaac Trout. Ryan Windorski. Dakota Denton. Corey Tollestrud. Matthew Schweik. Blake Piet. Connor Peterson. Nick Philbin. Tyler Ollis. Curtis Beckworth. Simon Lip. Charles Owens. And Dylan Jasmer.
Will all candidates for graduation please rise? President Charlier, the faculty of Central Lakes College has certified that these candidates meet all requirements for the degrees, diplomas, and certificates in their respective fields.
Upon recommendation of the Central Lakes College faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Minnesota State Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degree, diploma, or certificate to which you are entitled with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining. And at this time, you can move the tassel from the right to the left side of your cap. Please join me in congratulating CLC's 2024 That was the best applause we've had in a while. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our commencement exercises. Graduates and guests, please join us for lemonade and cookies in the cafeteria, sponsored by the CLC Foundation. And as we close with the recessional, we do ask that the audience remain seated in place until the platform party, the faculty, and students have fully exited. Thank you again for joining us to celebrate the 2024 CLC Brainerd Campus Career and Technical Education Commencement Ceremony. Ready?
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, it's in the rehearsal room, so just put your folder in the rehearsal room, okay? If I'm seeing you tomorrow, let's go out, come back at 6 o'clock, as you can see, the stripe doesn't go off for dinner. If I'm not gonna see you tomorrow, say, hey, I'll see you this fall, or I'll see you later, okay? Sign up for Greece, and have a good night. All right, thanks, everybody.
No, yeah, I'll think my God.